Hi everyone, and welcome to our Summer Session 2 course, German 371, Contemporary German Culture. My name is Chelsea Steinert. I am a graduate assistant in teaching for the Department of German Studies, and I will be your instructor this summer. Here is all of my contact information for you. The best way to contact me is via email, so here it is for you. Please contact me with any questions you might have throughout the next few weeks. I am always available via email. Office hours for this course will be a little bit different than traditional office hours. We're obviously doing all of this online, so most of our office hours will happen online. That can happen one of two ways, over Skype or Catmail chat. Either one of those is fine with me. Please just let me know which one you would prefer. All of our office hours will also be by appointment, so please be sure to send me an email if you would like to meet with me via one of these two methods. I am also more than happy to meet with any of you in person if you happen to be in Tucson this summer. I know some of you aren't in Tucson, you're in other states or even out of the country. For those of you who are in Tucson, please again just send me a quick email and we can figure out how we can meet together in person for office hours. My Skype name is here for you as well, so if you would like to add me on Skype, go right ahead and I will make sure to add you as well. Hopefully you join this course with some sort of goal in mind as far as learning about Germany, the country that it is now, and hopefully a little bit of what it has been and what it has become. There are four main goals of this course. Hopefully they match some of yours. One of which is to identify contemporary German culture and how this contemporary German culture has impacted you, how it has impacted our own culture here in the USA, and many other cultures as well. Another goal of this course is to become familiar with the culture of contemporary Germany, as you will find out if you are not already kind of familiar with German and the German culture today. It's extremely diverse, and hopefully in this course you will come to learn a little bit more about how that came to be. We'll do this through many different mediums such as literature, film, visual culture, art, music, business in Germany, and several others as well. So hopefully you'll get a nice feel for all of these different realms of media. Another goal of this course is obviously to develop your analytical and critical thinking skills. We'll be reading a lot, we'll be writing about what we read, and we'll also be discussing via YouTube some of your reactions to what we read and see in this course. You will also be working with historical artifacts. One of the assignments in this course is to kind of make your own collection of some of these artifacts that you can find from Germany via the web and other sources if you can. Another goal, and lastly on this list, is to provide you with some sort of historical overview of the German country and how it has been shaped from its history. Whether you know a lot about Germany, whether you don't know much at all, that is perfectly fine. Hopefully we'll start right from the beginning and work through it all together. And hopefully you will leave this course having a better understanding of how Germany has been shaped via its history. This is an online class, so most of the work will obviously be online. A lot of this will be via D2L, so please be sure to check D2L regularly. I would suggest at least once a day to familiarize yourself with what kinds of assignments are due in the specific modules that we will go through. There will also be discussions and quizzes on D2L as well as YouTube. So be sure to visit D2L regularly so you have an idea of when these different assignments are due so you don't miss any deadlines. Some of the details of this course. There is one required text, a book from Peter Schneider, The Wall Jumper. Hopefully this will be interesting to you guys when we talk about the unification of Germany It is not a very long book, and I believe you can buy it in the bookstore if you have not already for about $15 or so. It's also available on Amazon around the same price as well. That's our only required text. The only other required materials will be available to you via D2L and YouTube. As far as course load and what you will be doing in this course, obviously, completion of all of the assigned reading and activities is important, as that's how we're going to base all of our discussions and things like that. That'll be worth 30% of your grade in this course. I will be able to see what assignments and what things that you have visited on D2L, so be sure to visit everything. Click on everything in D2L so you know you are prepared for everything. There will also be 4 critical analyses, which are worth 20% of your grade. These are 2-page typed critical analyses of certain topics that we'll talk about, and I'll talk a little bit more about these different topics in the next few minutes. You will also have quizzes, short quizzes online on D2L. These will be worth 20% of your grade, and there should be at least one quiz in each of the modules that we cover. There will also be an online curating assignment. This is what I talked about briefly before. Things like finding art and music and pictures, things like that, that will kind of facilitate our discussions will be part of your grade as well. That'll be 10%. And last but not least, you will have a final exam that will be worth 20%, which hopefully you will be plenty prepared for by the end of this course. This course will be 4 weeks of contemporary German culture. We will start obviously by the introduction. Today and tomorrow will be your introduction to this contemporary German culture course. And then we'll jump right into Germany's capital city, Berlin. And maybe some of you know a little bit about Berlin, maybe not, and that's perfectly fine. We'll talk about how Berlin has been shaped quite a bit by historical events. We'll also talk about the reunification of Germany, East and West. If you did not know before, if you did, Germany was split. And we'll talk a little bit about how that came to be and how the unification affected Germany as well. We'll also be talking about remembering the past, how Germany and German citizens have dealt with their past, and how they are still kind of coming to terms with certain events that have happened in German culture and history. We'll talk about the changing face of Germany, how different it is now than it was before. We'll talk about past, present, and future, what Germany will become, as well as what it is now. We'll talk about Made in Germany. What has Germany done for our economy? What has Germany done for business and other industries as well? Germany is definitely a forerunner in many industries, and we'll learn hopefully a lot about that. Last but not least, your final and your projects, your online curating projects, will be the last assignment that you will do, and those will be due obviously during the last week of this course. This is a very active online course, so I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you, your opinions and your contributions to the discussions that we will have via YouTube and D2L. There will be reading assignments. Not just the book that I talked about before, but articles online and different news items, things like that for you to respond to. There will be several movies about German culture and history and contemporary issues, a few of them of which are some of my absolute favorite movies, so I hope you enjoy them as well. Those will also be available via D2L. We'll talk about daily German news and what's going on right now in Germany. So hopefully that'll be interesting to you all. Discussions via D2L and reactions via YouTube will be extremely important in this course to talk a little bit about, what is going on in your thought processes about the things that we discuss. So hopefully that will be interesting as well. We will create online video journals, so this is what I'm talking about when I say our discussions via YouTube. Throughout each module, I will ask you to create a video reaction to something that we've talked about, or something that you've read or watched or seen in our modules. And again, our online curating project, that will be a chance for you to really explore German culture via the web, via news, music, other art forms, and things like that. So hopefully you will find something that will specifically interest you in all of that. A few notes about D2L and technical stuff. Make sure to visit each item in D2L. I cannot stress that enough, because if you miss something, you may miss something else. So be sure to click on everything possible and learn as much as you can from each of those items. Each assignment and their due date is listed at the beginning of each module. There will be a single HTML file that will tell you exactly what you have to complete for each module and when each of those assignments need to be submitted, whether that's via Dropbox or YouTube or discussion board. Everything will be listed in those. So those will definitely be vital to you during this course. Some assignments won't unlock themselves until you've completed others. For instance, you might have to read an article or two before you can access the assignment on it or a quiz on it, something like that. So again, please be sure to visit each item in D2L. Make sure to keep your notes from the materials that we read, that we watch. Make sure to hold on to your notes and use those to review for the final. Those will definitely be helpful to you. The type of assignments, obviously, as I said before, some will be submitted via Dropbox. Things like your critical analyses and short writing assignments will be submitted via Dropbox. We will also have audio assignments and YouTube videos that will be submitted via YouTube. What do you do now? We've covered a little bit of what this course will be about, so hopefully you have a better understanding of what we will cover over the next few weeks. If you have not already, please visit the Get Started module to learn a little bit about how to access our course YouTube page. There is a specific logon and password for that, so be sure to visit all of the things in Get Started that will tell you a little bit about that. Please also watch the video on how to record and upload your recordings on YouTube. If you're not very familiar with YouTube, that's perfectly fine. This short tutorial will show you exactly how to record your reactions and submit them to YouTube. Please also read through the assignment list for the introduction module, the one that you are currently in, so you can turn in all of your assignments on time. There are only a few assignments in this first introduction module, as it's only a few days, only 2 actually. So hopefully that won't be too much for you guys to handle on this first module. A quick disclaimer. I took over this course from a colleague of mine, Alexander Ganz, in the Department of German Studies, and because of the nature of some of this material, I will possibly be using some of the videos that he has already made. You will see that in the Get Started module. He created the tutorial about how to upload your videos and record on YouTube. Do not be alarmed if you see his face and not mine. He was the instructor of this course and creator of this course last summer, so he is as credible, if not more, than I am for this course. So please do not fret if you see his face or if you see the course number German 276 on any of the items. I will do my best to change everything. UAccess happened to change our course number, unfortunately, so some of the videos may have German 276 in them, but do not get confused. That is still our German 371 course. Thank you all so much for watching this short video. Please move on through the rest of the Get Started module as well as the Introduction module, and I will hopefully talk with you all soon.